Hello, Joe from Joe K Models here. So last time I did the oil weathering, the oil wash on the airplane. You can see how that turned out. Since then, I added another gloss coat to it to seal in the work. And the last thing I'm going to do before putting the dull coat on and then taking off all the masks is I'm going to add some pastel weathering to the airplane. So this area right here where there's a lot of foot traffic, I wanted to add some like dried mud effects. So I've got some different pastels here that I'm thinking about using. Probably something like this just to show that it's dried mud and it's kind of like a light tan type of color. And then also the smoke exhaust coming from the engines on both sides on each one of those. I'm going to be using probably just black on that, maybe mixed in with a little bit of brown. And then also going to be adding some more mud to the wheels as well to give that look to it. And then to cap that off, just also add some areas under the wheels where just the constant mud kicking up and it drying, adding a little bit of discoloration on the bottom of the plane. But once I get all of that done, I'm going to seal it in with another gloss coat, and if I'm happy with that, I'm going to do a dull coat after that and should be good to go. So let me get started on that. Okay, so that pretty much does it for all of the weathering that I'm going to be doing to the aircraft. So on the bottom here, I wanted to add some different effects just to show a little bit of the dirt, dried up mud, some splatter effects. Added some more, you know, along the wheels here, just to show that it's landing and, you know, the ground may be wet and mud's kind of splattering up. So that's how that turned out. And then on the top here, same kind of idea. I did like a dust effect, and then after I put on my clear coat, it pretty much went away. So I ended up putting on my dull coat and then reapplying the dusting weather effect. And then I had some leftover mud from the underside, so I just wanted to try and show some different effects as far as, you know, people maybe walking on the wings or the paratroopers or getting inside of the aircraft. So just left a little bit of wet, maybe half-dried mud over there. So I think that mixed along with this dried effect here looks pretty good. So I'm happy with that. I'm gonna call it quits at that point. Also removed all of the masks for the windows. So you know, what's nice about this was the main fuselage was all pretty much a clear plastic, so I don't have to worry about pressing too hard. You know, when I'm you know, getting the masks off, and then when I go over it, I just use a toothpick to kind of clean up the areas. I don't have to worry about pressing in the you know, the glass, because this is all one piece. So that was one benefit to that. So got all the masks off. Everything came off pretty good. A couple of them were a little bit difficult to get off, but that's understandable considering all the different layers of clear coats and paint and everything like that. But eventually they did come off, and I was able to clean it. So almost to the end now. The last things that I'm going to be doing is I need to put on the propellers, get that taken care of, as well as there's, I believe, 2 machine guns that need to go in there as well, and then some detail painting, like the back of the windows here in the cockpit. You know, those are all green, but I want to paint those that Russian interior gray. So a couple of detail type painting things. Some of the green did kind of seep into the crevices here, but I kind of rather like that, so I might leave that. I haven't decided that. And then when I'm doing the detail painting, I'm also going to finish off painting the nose here, the underside where it's clear. I just found that the masks were pretty much impossible to put into place, so no big deal. I just masked the entire thing, and I'm going to go over with a detail brush and paint that green. So you can see where I did the inside, the interior, that Russian gray. So that worked out pretty well, because that'll act as a guide as far as like where I'm going to paint the green after that. So that is where I'm at now. So I'm going to be ending the vlog, but I think we're down to the last one at this point. So appreciate you being on the journey so far, but this is Joe from Joe K Models, and I'll see you on the next one.